What's going on, everybody? I am Top 10 Pokemon, and this is the Top Pokemon Card Auctions of the Week recap, your favorite weekly episode regarding the Pokemon TCG. Folks, this was a very exciting week. We had a ton of sales from not only eBay, but PWCC and Golden Auctions as well, including numerous sales of graded Charizard cards from the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection box, as well as the Lugia V from the Silver Tempest set, and cards ranging from base set all the way through XY era, including a bunch of sealed product to go over, so I'm glad you are tuning in today. You're going to really like today's episode. Thank you so much, community, for your undying support, for giving this video a like, and for being a subscriber to this channel. I appreciate it more than you know. Alright, everybody listen up. Disclaimer. There was a robbery on Golden Auctions. Yeah. We'll be going over Golden Auctions and the steals that occurred during that auction block. You don't want to miss it. But let's get started here with some Charizard UPC Black Star promos. Here are 5 PSA 10 examples of the Charizard V. As you can see, the prices range wildly, anywhere from $207 all the way up to $320 for this card as a Gem Mint 10. And then we saw the Charizard V-Star, which is arguably everybody's favorite of the 3 Charizard promos. And this card ranged in price anywhere from $300 all the way up to $420 for a PSA 10 copy. And then lastly, we had probably the most of this card. It's the Charizard VMAX in PSA 10, and it ranged anywhere from $247 all the way up to like $335. So, yeah. But we did, however, see a CGC 10 Charizard VMAX go for a little bit more than the PSA 10s, selling for $370. So as of right now, the CGC 10 copies get a little bit more of a premium than the PSA 10 copies. We saw a couple of the Lugia V alternate arts come by. Here is an English one that sold for $471 raw. And then we saw the Japanese version sell as a PSA 10. One sold for an even $1,000. Later on in the week, it sold for about $770. Here are several cards from Generations set. I do love Generations. I think it's a very underrated set. Here's a Vaporeon EX, sold for $67. The Leafeon EX, $62. The Jolteon EX, $57.50. The Mega Venusaur EX sold for $42.30. Here's a beautiful Sylveon EX, a full art card that sold for $130. And then we saw a Charizard here from the Radiant Collection sell for $305. So if you ask me, folks, Generations, a very underrated set. Most of the PSA 10 examples, there are only a couple hundred in the pop report. Even for the super popular cards like Charizard, you only have like 300 to 400 PSA 10 examples, which may seem like a lot, but when you compare it to other modern day Charizards, it's actually nothing. So I think Generations is a very underrated set. What do you think about it? A couple more cards from the XY era. Here is a full art Gyarados from Ancient Origins. Not a card we see come by very often, but it sold in auction for $264. Here is a Japanese 20th anniversary Pikachu EX card. Sold for $899. And then we saw 2 of the Charizards from Evolution set. This is the regular holo one that sold as a PSA 10 for $1,730. And then the staff variant sold as a Gem Mint 10 for $6,700 this week. Heading into some base set cards, here is a first edition Machamp Cosmos holofoil card that you got from the theme deck. This sold as a PSA 10 for $425 this week. And then we saw a base 2 Alakazam that sold for $383. Here is a first edition base set Electabuzz in PSA 10 that sold for $1,025, which is quite hefty for a non-holo card. And it's also an Electabuzz, so... And then here we saw a first edition Yellow Cheeks Pikachu. We're always covering the Red Cheeks version. The Yellow Cheeks sold this week for $1,125. And then here is a Black Star promo Lucky Stadium card in PSA 10 featuring the Charizard, Pikachu, and Pichu. This sold for around $1,150 US. On to some amazing E-Series cards. Here is a holographic Tyranitar from Aquapolis. Sold for $2,102. Here, this is pretty interesting. From Ruby and Sapphire, this holographic Delcatty in PSA 10 that sold for $510 this week. And then from EX Deoxys, we saw this Rockets Raikou EX sold for $910. And then here from EX Delta Species is a Rayquaza holo that sold for $405. And then we saw a reverse holographic Tyranitar from EX Delta Species sell for $550. Here from Liquid Marketplace is a Zapdos EX Black Star promo that sold for $1,629 US. And then we saw this beautiful Mew holo from EX Holon Phantoms, and it sold for about $835 US. From Diamond and Pearl Secret Wonders, here's a Charizard holo that sold for $5,200 as a PSA 10. And then we saw this Charizard G from Supreme Victors. I'm just never feeling this card. I don't know what it is about it. I'll take a hard pass on this one as far as a PSA 10, but it sold for $536. And then lastly, for our graded cards on eBay, here is a Japanese first edition Rayquaza from Dragon Blast that sold for $1,276 US. Getting into some sealed product, here is a graded demo pack in PSA 10. This week it sold for $3,298. Here is an unlimited Team Rocket box. The unlimited WotC boxes have been doing quite well. They're not too far off from their first edition counterparts, but this box sold for $6,601. The unlimited Fossil box sold for $6,800, and the unlimited Gym Heroes box sold for $6,500. Which brings me to the PWCC weekly auction recap. Here is a Rockets Suicune EX. Awesome looking card in PSA 10, sold for $1,680. From Black and White Plasma Storm, here's a Charizard that sold as a PSA 10 for $5,640. And then we had this Japanese Charizard VMAX. This is an HR winner promo card that sold for $8,100. And then there was only one card in their monthly premiere auction, and that was this Topps Chrome Sparkle Charizard card in PSA 10 that sold for $25,200. On to some crazy auctions from Golden. Oh man, there's some unique sales here. Let's go over them. Here are 900 Black Star promo Mew cards. 900 of them sold for $3,360. And if you break that down, you're paying about $3.73 per card. I have no idea if that's a good deal or not. Let me know. I'm curious. Here is a Ken Sugimori signed Gardevoir holo. The autograph got a PSA 8 and it sold for $2,640. And here's where it gets crazy, folks. Here's a PSA 9 first edition base set Charizard that sold via Golden Auctions for $16,805. Now, to put that into perspective, the past few months, this card has been selling for $21,600. Here's a sale for $24,000. So when I saw this sale of $16,805, I thought, wow, that seems awfully low compared to what it's been selling for in the past few months, and I was right. And then here we saw a first edition PSA 10 base set Gyarados with a very new certification number on it, sold for $7,300. And if you don't know, this card has sold previously for between $8,100 and about $9,900. So a couple $1,000s knocked off that card as well this week. And then here we have an uncut sheet of Team Rocket cards. I believe these are unlimited cards. This whole sheet sold for $3,180. And then check this out, folks. Here's where the steals really start coming in. This is a complete set of base set unlimited cards in PSA 10, all 102 cards. I believe it was 102 cards. I'm not sure if the Red Cheeks Pikachu was included, but all the cards in PSA 10 sold this week for $23,723. And up next, folks, the auction of the week I'm going to give to this complete base set first edition collection. All the holographic cards are graded by CGC, including this CGC 9.5 Gem Mint first edition base set Charizard, as well as the CGC 9 Blastoise and Venusaur, and the rest of the cards from the set, which aren't graded, but all the holos are. The grand total came to $39,600. And with the potential to perhaps regrade this 9.5 Charizard, maybe get a 10 elsewhere, I think this lot was an absolute steal. What do y'all think? Thank you so much for watching, folks. I appreciate it more than you know. Let me know what you thought of the auctions in the comments below. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. That's all I got. I'll catch y'all on my next one.